Frugal Force. Once again, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty, or as people like to say, Captain Frugal. So anyway, this is another video from the Road Rage series, which once again is just me off the cuff while using my time for driving. I put my hands-free, I've set my phone up so it's hands-free so I can be safe while driving, because I always recommend safety. But I want to talk about an interesting topic to me anyway today, and what I consider this as the recent issue of Captain America proves that Marvel needs a mental health care plan for its employees. Really, I mean, if you followed me in the past, if not, you can check it out for yourself. When it was announced that Waid was going to be writing Captain America, I was skeptical. I wanted to try to remain positive, but his recent works at that time had been less than stellar. And he's been going off the deep end significantly and often. And part of the problem is because Waid is an ideologue. There's no middle ground. There is no real rational thought. When you become a full-on ideologue, you look for ways to prove yourself right. People like Waid suffer from massive amounts of confirmation bias. Part of that is due to they surround themselves by their echo chambers. And what that means with confirmation bias is no matter what facts are out there, you're going to continue to look until you find something that proves you right. And that anybody can do it. If you go on the internet, you try hard enough, you will find some nutbag, no matter what, that will prove you right in your mind. But you will forego any other information, no matter how rational, that shows you that you're wrong, because you are looking to confirm your own ideological views that you are dead set in proving. And so to help improve that, on top of that, they put themselves in a echo chamber. Look at Twitter, for example. You disagree? F you, block. Because why? Because I don't want to hear anything that challenges my worldview, because I can't defend my worldview is the problem with them. That's why they go to instant hate and attack and lie and double down. It's because they have no factual evidence, no true proof, or really any leg to stand on in most cases. And don't get me wrong, a broken clock is right twice a day. So there might be times here and there where they're right, and that only helps reaffirm them because of an odd situation and things. Dan Slott's another great example of that. You know, and when this chamber starts to explode, what's he do? He Twitter rages and leaves it temporarily and comes back. Speaking of which, in the comments section, let's have a little bit of fun. How many days until Dan Slott comes back? Put the date where you think Dan Slott comes back to Twitter, okay? Make sure you put the date, because if we say how many days, then we have to look at what day you posted, time, and all that. So you can put how many days, but also at least put the date that Dan Slott will be coming back to Twitter. Yesterday I said 12, okay? We'll see. I think the last time he made it 10 from what I heard. So anyway, the ideological bubble starts to crack and burst, and they're like, hey, I'm out. So anyway, what spawned that is most recent issue of Captain America was exactly what I feared. Now, if you look back, I've also done some reviews on some Captain America issues as well. Issue 1 I thought was meh at best. It had some interesting elements of people enjoying, appreciating Captain America from his, what he's done in the past. But once again, right away, we could not get away from the ideological bully bad guy that Marvel loves to use with these SJWs working for Marvel love to use. Instantly, it was another group representing Nazis, pretty much. And we really haven't been away from that ever since. Yes, we had a fight with the Swordsman, but why? And we had a fight with Kraven Hunter, why? And then when it was said that he was going to be put on ice again and brought into the future, I instantly was very skeptical. I was cautious, like, oh boy, and that was part of my reasoning why, is what's the future going to be like? Because it's a great platform then for political ideologues, pop shots of insanity. And that's exactly what we got. Captain America gets unfrozen, and pretty much Captain America is gonna, gets frozen and gets put in the future. And what's this future like? It's a big F you. It's all Trump's fault, right? It's just another big ideologue barf on the page. This, once again, sads me. It taints Captain America. Captain America the book has been a shell of what Captain America is. These SJW writers don't understand. And they prove they don't understand when they say idiotic things like, oh, all superheroes are SJWs. No, they're not. That is 100% bullcrap and wrong. Captain America, if you start back at the beginning and read it, Captain America is a true hero that fought for the ideals of his country, what he believed in, truth, justice, the American way. He stood up for you no matter what color you were, no matter how much money you had. He stood up for the idea that you should have freedom. You should have the opportunities that everybody else has. Not necessarily equal outcomes, but equal opportunity. And he would protect those opportunities that you had and freedom no matter who or what you are. Look at what we've had today. Look at what we've had under Nick Spencer. Look what we've had under Mark Waid. This is nothing but a poop burrito. This is crap. This is a shell of what Captain America should be. Even, you know, there's some great runs of Captain America and sometimes some lesser runs too. You know, Captain America understandably can be a politically charged character, but he doesn't have to be used in that way. As long as he's standing up for people, truth, justice, the equal outcome, he's a great character. We've been proving that with the 90s and everything else, where he was pretty much a man out of time, traveling around as a general superhero, you know, protecting people and their freedoms. And that was a good time. Now, granted, not every issue of that was a good time. As you know, some of them were less great than others. I am, you know, doing a flashback from the stash on Cap Wolf, which is one of the more controversial Cap ones because of people think it was silly. But nonetheless, even that, compared to what's coming out right now, is a gem. So that's my thoughts. Marvel needs a health plan, a mental health plan. If they're going to continue hiring people like this, they have been, and keeping them under their employ, because these people surely are cracking. You can see how they are on social media. There is mental issues here. Marvel needs to take care of their employees. They're going to need to offer, I know they're freelance, most of them are, don't get me wrong, but maybe they need to help fund their health care, put a pool together for them to fund it, because these people, their cheese has slid off the cracker. They need help. All right? People want good comic books. We want good stories. We don't want political agendas shoved down our throats. And a surefire way to hurt your sales is to cut your sales potential market, your market, in half because of your ideology. Captain America deserves better. Captain America is in a high point of popularity because of the movies. So why can't we embrace that and put it in the comics too? When somebody opens up a comic book after watching a movie and say, hey, this Captain America, Steve Rogers guy looks great, and they open it up and it's a former shell of what it should have been and it's nothing like that, of course they're not going to continue to want to read this. Shame on you, Mark Waid. You've taken one of my favorite heroes, actually my favorite hero, let's call it as it is, and you've pooped all over him. Not a good thing. Shame on you, please. And I seriously mean this. Get some mental help. All right, that's my views. Maybe not yours. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Maybe I'm overshooting. Maybe you thought the issue wasn't that bad. I'm seeing political agendas in there that aren't in there. You know, let me have it. Or tell me, hey, high five, brother, you seeing this is what it is? You know, you tell me your thoughts. And don't forget the Dan Slott countdown. I'm curious to see what you think on that, how long until he returns. If you enjoy this video, please be sure to hit like and subscribe. And hit that notifications bell. And help me out. Tell some other people about the channel. Because it seems to be that I'm the channel that very slowly grows. And everybody knows, but nobody subscribes to. So make sure you hit that subscribe. And if you want to help, go down to the Patreon link below. You can click on that. You can help for as little as $1 a month. And Little Frugal and I greatly appreciate it. I know we don't do a ton of videos together. It's because it's hard with our schedules between me. I come home from work. I spend it with him doing his homework, teaching him how to read. We just don't have a whole lot of time to do videos together. We do some on the weekends when we get time, and I hope to do another one with him soon. So until next time, keep it frugal.